At this point, I think even Kamala supports Donald Trump.
I want to give you a very positive answer. We're going to win this election. We're going to turn this country around. We're going to become an unbelievable growth country. And your boy is going to have the greatest job. And you want to have a lot of choice with jobs. You know, you want them to go up and they get up and it's hard to believe I have that the way I get treated. But I look forward to every day because we're going to make America great again. So I really do. I look forward to it.
That's right.
But we're going to create a lot of jobs. We're going to create. Does he want to stay here? Or does he want to go to a different state or anything? Yeah, someplace in the Midwest. But this is a good place to stay, right? Wisconsin. So we'll be creating tremendous jobs for our country. And we're also turning away. You know, we're going to be closing the border, really closing it. By the way, did you see? So Kamala was for defunding the police. She was for open borders. She was for everything that you're not against. I could go through 14 different. She's changed on every single one of them. In fact, I think we should see the man in the red hat and the beautiful woman in the red hat says, "Make America Great Again." Perhaps we should give Kamala a "Make America Great Again" hat, right?
At this point, she's definitely gonna need one. But make sure it's a big one. You know, you don't want her to lose track of that thing. Oh my gosh, it's time to bring America back. That's what the sentiment in the comments are at this point. But yeah, Donald Trump pointed out something that is super obvious, and I can't seem to figure out why her supporters don't care. It's like she's literally over there saying, yeah, I'm anti-Trump, but I'm for everything he's for. Yeah, I actually support him. You know, like she definitely is a closeted Trump, you know, supporter for sure. Let's read a few. Trump is my POTUS for sure. Just make sure the left cannot cheat, and they will try. Jail them. And then somebody says, even every mother should be concerned about her child's future. If Kamala gets voted in by hook or by crook, there will be no future of it for any American citizen. The future adults will never know the America their parents or grandparents knew. Ouch. And unfortunately, it's becoming the sad reality, you know? It really is. See, y'all be thinking I just be saying stuff to say stuff sometimes. Look at this. You see? I ain't got no package. I'm telling y'all, these spam calls and these spam texts are just driving me up the wall. And I know y'all experiencing the same frustration. And I know you're confused as to how this is happening, but it's really no mystery. It's because of these major companies, these big corporations, not protecting our data and not keeping us safe. Recently, Ticketmaster was hacked and the data of over 500 million users was sold to the dark web. Full names, addresses, email addresses, phone numbers, and credit card information. And in that case, you like, I would just hope it stays spam, because if it evolves from that, it's gonna be fraud. Guess what companies like Ticketmaster is doing about it? Nothing. Nada. You know why? Because they said this doesn't have a material impact on the overall business. I tell y'all all the time, they be happy to collect, but not eager to protect at all. And this is why I use Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura alerts me when my data has been breached or leaked on the dark web. It gives me fast fraud alerts, and if anyone tries to use that data to access my credit card or bank accounts, I'm gonna get alerted. It removes my information from data broker websites, so I get less spam too. And I need that. And I also like this because they give us things like identity theft insurance, parental controls, a password manager, antivirus, a VPN, and transaction monitoring. That's why these days I'm kind of chilling back. I ain't really too much worried about my information being compromised, because I know we got Aura in the background holding me down, making sure I'm safe. It's literally always on. And I'm not leaving myself or my family vulnerable to data breaches, and I don't want you to either. So please go visit aura.com/kingdomreacts right now, and you can get 2 weeks free. Your first 2 weeks are going to be free, and I also have the link in the description below. But Trump just actually gave a truly beautiful response to a Gen Z voter who was worried about grocery prices and the prospects of home ownership, you know, worried about a future. So let's check it out. His future. Wow, my bad. I said her and then his. Hey, it's a weird time.
My name is Luke Pulaski, and I'm a junior here at the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse. I'll be voting for the first time in November, and I'm researching each candidate. I have 2 questions for you. First, as I've been living on my own and buying my own gas and groceries, I have noticed that everything has become more expensive. For me personally, I try to eat healthy and stay lean. A pound of meat has gone from $4 to almost $7. I also would like to buy a home someday, but that seems just impossible now. What's your plan to make life more affordable and bring down inflation for someone like me?
Very good. Thank you. Good. It's probably the question I get most. You know, they say you're going to vote with your stomach. I don't know if you've heard it, but it's a little bit true. And groceries, food has gone up at levels that nobody's ever seen before. We've never seen anything like it, 50, 60, 70%. You take a look at bacon and some of these products, and some people don't eat bacon anymore. And we are going to get the energy prices down. When we get energy down, you know, this was caused by their horrible energy wind. They want wind all over the place. But when it doesn't blow, we have a little problem. This was caused by energy. This was really caused by energy and also their unbelievable spending. They're spending us out of wealth, actually. They're taking our wealth away. But it was caused by energy. And what they've done is they started cutting way back. We were in third place. When I left, we were by far in first place, beating Russia, beating Saudi Arabia. And we were going to dominate to a level that we've never seen before. And then we had a bad election. I'll be very nice. I'm supposed to be nice when I talk about the election, because everybody's afraid to talk about, oh, please, sir, don't talk about the election, please. You know, if you can't talk about a bad election, you really don't have a democracy if you think about it, right? But what they did, Tulsi, is they took back the oil production. The oil started going crazy. That started the inflation. Then they went back. They said, go back to where Trump was. The problem is that we would have been 3 times that level right now. We would have been so dominant over Russia and Saudi Arabia. Look, Saudi Arabia, Russia, a lot of oil. We would have had more. You know, we had something in Alaska, Anwar, that I created. I mean, Ronald Reagan wanted it. You remember? Ronald Reagan wanted it. They all wanted it. And I got it approved. Nobody was able to get it approved. I got it approved. And the first week in office, they turned it back. They said, no, it's the biggest site possibly in the world. Could be bigger than Saudi Arabia. Well, we're going to start that up. We're going to become the energy capital of the world. We're going to pay down our debt, and we're going to reduce your taxes still further. And your groceries are going to come tumbling down, and your interest rates are going to be tumbling down. And then you're going to go out, you're going to buy a beautiful house, okay? You're going to buy a beautiful house. That's called the American dream. The American dream.
Imagine Kamala Harris answering that question. Without a script, without a teleprompter, without no microphone in the ear, you know what I'm saying? Without no note on the hand. Yeah, man, she wouldn't be able to deliver that. She wouldn't be able to deliver comfort to somebody whom is a Gen Z voter. And honestly, the younger voters are the ones that, no offense, but just being honest, are a little bit easier to get to lean left. But we see an obvious shift in America right now, especially with the Gen Z voters in support of Donald Trump. Not only that, he has record numbers in other categories, like the black vote, for instance. I think it reached all the way up to 22%, which is like incredible for a Republican nominee. Yeah, man. But moving on, Tulsi Gabbard, she was obviously there, and they spoke about the border. I want y'all to hear what President Trump had to say, because we just watched the video of Kamala Harris doing her interview saying that it's Trump's fault. The border is Trump's fault, but we all know that's cap.
I had the safest border in the history of our country. They have the most unsafe border in the history of the world. And they're coming through, and many of them are from prisons and jails. There's a slight difference, as you know, prisons and jails. Many are from mental institutions and insane asylums, and many are terrorists. And they're pouring into our country at a level. I don't know if you saw the news today, Tulsi. They had a group of, a lot of them, Venezuelan people with lots of machine guns taking over a building someplace. I'm looking, I'm saying, where is that? They went in and they took over a building. This is just the beginning. They're taking their criminals from all over the world, not just South America, not just Venezuela, which you've been reading about. All over the world, they're taking their criminals. and they're dumping them into the United States. Kamala is allowing it to happen. And they actually want to give them papers. They want to make them citizens, and they want to give them your Social Security. They want to give them your Medicare, and your Social Security will collapse under her. I'm the one that's going to protect the Social Security. But they're coming. I will totally protect, as I did for 4 years. And there was no age increase. There was no anything. We're going to protect. You know, they destroy you with inflation, and then they want to destroy your Social Security. It's not going to happen.
Hearing this actually makes me really, really regret my previous self when I had suffered severe TDS, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, it was severe. It was really bad. I ain't like Trump. I was a media zombie, a left-wing zombie. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty much my life. This makes me wish he would have finished that wall. I was so against it. My phone went off. I forgot. Anyhow, I'm so against it. I was like, oh my God, he's trying to keep people out. Woo. I was such like socialist liberal. Woo. Yeah. But you know, we hear Biden and Kamala talk about Trump trying to take away Social Security and things of that nature, but we know that they get fickle with the age limits and all this other stuff as it pertains to that and the details of it. But you hear Trump right here explicitly stating, nah, man, that ain't what's going down. They over there trying to make it seem like this, but it ain't that. But Trump, while they were visiting in Wisconsin, first of all, thank you, Tulsi Gabbard and Donald Trump. It seemed more like a rally. Honestly, it was a massive crowd and they were screaming as Trump took the stage. Now, this was the interest. We're going to play it towards the end just because it was that great. It's obvious, man. The country rocks with Donald Trump. And the left-wing media is going to do everything in their power to try to paint the narrative to be different than that. Obviously, you know, you got people who share obvious differences in these political views, but Donald Trump definitely got this thing on lock. Actually, the first comment on here is the country loves Trump, and yes, it does. That's a very large town hall crowd. No buses or twerking rappers are required. Everybody loves Trump. Fact check. True. Retweet. Yeah, always use somebody says, He absolutely killed it tonight. Great questions, and Trump absolutely owned the stage, and the crowd loved him. Yes. Just watched the town hall. DJT was respectful, attentive, calm, smart, presidential. They put that in all caps. He listened to the questions carefully and addressed the people who asked them directly. Turned to them and talked with them. Makes me miss him more and more, because, you know, if Kamala or, you know, anybody from the left-wing media was there, a question like that would have been turned into some controversial, and somehow racism would have been involved, in race and black, it would have been just different. But it was a massive turnout. The silent majority isn't so silent no more. Somebody wrote, the town hall stands with Trump and wants to take our country back. Yeah. Somebody said, wasn't that my favorite Tulsi Gabbard I saw on stage? Yes, it was. Yeah, she be doing her thing.